Okay, let's take a look at the big news for today. The big news is the fact that Denon has announced 4 new AV receivers with crazy specs. One is their more or less like flagship in their lineup, which is the X6700H. Their next in their lineup is their X4700H. Next in their lineup again is 3700H. The final one is the 2700H series as well. Let's look at the differences of these new basically fantastic AV receivers. The thing here is the fact that the 6500H is working with some of what you will find in their flagship model, which is their X8500H. It's going to be able to give you processing of 13.2 channels for your 3D surround sound. I will go down to individual specs so you see it, but the selling point for the 6700H is the fact that it's going to give you 8K support. Granted, it's via one port at the back, but you'll be able to pass through 8K codec to your display, which is, I think, quite cool. Honestly, I think it's quite cool what you will be able to do with it, and it gives you HDMI 2.1 support, and I think it's pretty okay. You're getting support for all the other high dynamic range formats from HDR10, HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision, and HLG. So you're good to go. It will give you a game on mode for your variable refresh rate to be quite good. So your variable refresh rate helps smooth out your game and give you perfect motion flow, especially if you're just gaming. You get all the immersive audio formats with the 6700 series. Now let's take a look at the specs individually here, especially what you're getting from one model to the other. The 6700 will give you 11 channels of amplification and as well as 13.2 processing. So what that means is that you probably get 11 you will get 11 amplification in the chassis, and as well as a pre-out, a 2-channel pre-out to give you a full 13.2 surround sound setup. And in that configuration, you can either run it in a 9.2.4 or you could run it in a 7.2.6 Atmos DTS Pro, because the DTS Pro update has finally come. It's not yet going to come with the product while you buy it now. The update will come in the later part of the year, so you will have to wait a bit for DTS Pro to be giving us an update for the 6700H. The new Odyssey on it gives you the ability to have 2 different presets of configuration, and you can switch between the 2. So what that means is that if you have stereo configuration for 2-channel music, it will be set up there via your Odyssey calibration tool, and as well as your full-on surround sound setup. So whenever you want to play music, you can switch between 2-channel stereo and multi surround sound for movie watching. Now the power output for the 6700H is around 140 watts per channel into 2 channels driven. It's not going to be 140 watts into all channels. It's pretty much just for 2 channels driven. You probably get less wattage when driving all those speakers at once. The AV receiver will come with a good 32-bit DAC, very powerful DAC. It will support Auro 3D in a 13.2 setup. It will still support, as I already said, DTS-X Pro and DTS-X enhancement technology called the DTS Virtual-X. DTS Virtual-X. So what you get is good enhancement for legacy DTS content with the Virtual-X. Now the Neural X is no longer available, from what I can tell now. It's no longer available. Even the other older up mixers are no longer there. I don't know what is going on with all these 3D softwares, these 3D companies that are bringing out 3D audios. They are no longer bringing out 3D up mixers that they used to bring out on their older AV receivers. It's no longer what it is right now. But you still get Dolby Atmos, and Dolby Atmos new up mixer is called Dolby Atmos Height Virtualization. That's pretty much it for the AV-6700H. The AV-4700H has 9 channel of amplification and 11.2 channel processing, so you need to add external amplifier. Supports DTS-X, Dolby Atmos, IMAX Enhanced, and I forgot to say the X6700 supports IMAX Enhanced too. But the 4700 supports IMAX Enhanced as well, supports Auro 3D, supports DTS-X, DTS Virtual-X, Dolby Atmos Height Visualization, and as well as the new Odyssey multi-EQ calibration software. It can run at 125 watts into 2 channels driven, and it probably will be a lot less when you are running the full 9 channels at once. The 3700H has 9 channels of amplification, still expandable to 11 channels as well. It is going to support only Dolby Atmos, DTS-X, and IMAX Enhanced. Still comes with Odyssey's multi-EQ software as well. It runs at 105 watts per channel, and I think it's pretty much good. The 2700H is the smallest of the lineup, just has 7 channels of amplification, supports Dolby Atmos, DTS-X, has 95 watts of output, and as well as a basic Odyssey. It's not having the same Odyssey setup like the other ones, so this is pretty much just like the lower class of the Odyssey setup that is in the other 3 models. So it is what it is. The prices for them would be $850 for the 2700H, $1,200 for the 3700H, $1,700 for the 4700H, and $2,500 for the 6700H. Be sure to be checking back on Amazon to see when it comes there for sale. The dates for their launch will be the 6700H and the 4700 will start selling from June 15, while the 3700H will start selling on July 15th. Finally, the 2700H will come around August 15th. So technically a month apart from each other. That's all I have for you right now today. Be sure to follow us on social media, subscribe to our channel, like our content, and I'll see you guys next time.